Hi, I'm Guy DiMartino. I'd like to spend a few minutes today and discuss a little bit about the Alec Baldwin shooting and explain how the law fits into all parts of our lives. Now, this is a tragedy, but hopefully we can use this information as a learning experience. No matter what we do in our life, we come into contact with the law. And for anybody who has been under a rock, you might recall, or you might not have heard, that Alec Baldwin was filming a Western and took a gun and shot two people. He was under the impression that the gun was not loaded. One person was injured and the other person died. Now, this is an example of a type of fact pattern that can implicate so many areas of the law. The first area would be the criminal law. Second area, administrative law. Third area, negligence or tort law or wrongful death law. And the fourth area, probate or estate law. Now, let me explain. A few days ago, there was the sheriff for the area on saying that they were doing an investigation. And when a sheriff is doing an investigation, the sheriff is usually looking to see if there are any potential criminal charges that can be filed. Now, a criminal charge usually requires one of two things. The first is an intent to commit the crime. Arguably, Alec Baldwin and nobody else knew that the gun was loaded with live ammo. So there probably wasn't intent. But a little lower on the criminal law spectrum has to do with the concept of recklessness or wantonness. And so if the deputies in the sheriff department are able to develop enough facts that would show that the director, that the producer, that the company who was putting on this and putting on this movie actually was reckless and acted willfully and wantonly, the person who was doing that may be subject to a lesser degree of criminal culpability, like maybe involuntary manslaughter or reckless homicide. So there is a potential for criminal charges. Maybe not for Alec Baldwin, the actor, but I understand he was also either a director or producer of the movie. And if he had something to do with improper staffing or not caring about safety or cutting corners, then there may be some type of criminal culpability. So that's the criminal aspect. Now, the administrative aspect. We don't know the nature of the relationship between the folks who were hurt and killed and the company. But if they had an employment contract and they were employees, then workers' compensation could come into play. Workers' compensation can pay for injury or death regardless of somebody's fault. If workers' compensation is in effect, it brings up the next question: can the person who passed away's family bring a wrongful death action, or is workers' compensation the exclusive remedy? If they're able to bring an injury action for the director or assistant director that was shot, and the family of the woman who was killed is able to bring a wrongful death action, then her family would have to go to the probate court and have the personal representative appointed, because in most states in the United States, the wrongful death action has to be brought by the court-appointed personal representative or executor. So here we can see the interaction between criminal law, administrative law or workers' compensation, tort law or wrongful death law because of the injuries and death that occurred, and probate or estate law. See, it's all going to come into play, and you're probably not going to have lawyers that can do it all. So there might require multiple lawyers. This is not uncommon. In our lives, we have many aspects of law that can come in with one set of facts, and they all intersect in different ways. If you have any questions about a civil matter, you can always reach out to me. I am Guy DiMartino. Have yourself a great day.